It's touching ball.
Yes.
So, of course, you can put the white anywhere on the table. Hildemans, our referee here this evening.
Sean Murphy, 8.
Last evening, Phil, watching the end of the Mark Selby-Peter Edmund game. It's a great venue.
Mark Selby and Judd Trump on any other evening would have been on table number 1, but such is the embarrassment of riches tonight. And there you see the Templedrum packed to the rafters. So much top quality snooker available to these fans.
And of course, we go down to one table tomorrow for the semi-finals and then the final on Sunday. Semi-finals will be over the best of 11 frames. And the final on Sunday will be the best of 17 over 2 sessions. And the big question is, who's going to get there? Might be taking this on. He's come across it. It was never going to be easy, but he's overdone it with pace. He's left Ronnie this red. He was trying to stay on the black low. He's just hit it too hard.
One.
Well, apart from that attempted cut red to the middle, then there's the first real chance for Ronnie.
Six. Seven.
Got to compliment the fitters this week, Phil. Pete Godwin and his team with Chris here. The tables are playing beautifully. No complaints from the players. Okay, there's 1 or 2 kicks. We've seen that over the months and the years. But as regards playing conditions on the surface, absolutely beautiful.
13. 14.
It's pretty obvious, Phil, as well, that Ronnie back at his best.
21.
He looks so relaxed.
He's won 10 straight frames, having lost the opening frame of his tournament here to a century from Mark Davis. And like Mark Davis, his opponent this afternoon, Joe Perry, barely put a foot wrong, but was still
22.
well beaten by just some relentless break building from this great man.
Yes. 29. 30.
Well, he's got an angle here to push into them if he wishes. A little power still into the pack here. Could hold for the single red, but I think if he can, he'll try and open the reds up. Could have done with a little bit more angle on the blue. But I think there's enough there. Oh, great contact. Now then, has he been lucky? Well, he has a shot onto the corner, but
35.
could have been on an easier one than this. Good contact. Didn't quite nail that red full on. To the yellow pocket then. It's not far away. Oh,
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
and he was on the black as
35.
well. If that had got in, I think it was frame over. So close. Right behind it. And it's all just going towards that near jaw. Played it in such a way, though, not to leave anything. Well, that's pretty good. Might play the red nearest the black, just put the white to the top cushion. Could just drop on this red, actually, cushion first. Hang on. Well, it's come far enough up the table not to leave it onto the middle. And there's a little bit of concern there for Ronnie.
The applause is for Mark Selby. The world champion has taken the opening frame of his eagerly awaited showdown with Judd Trump. Likewise, Ryan Day, one to the good against Liang Wenbo. All four quarterfinals in action simultaneously tonight.
Well, he's nearly fluked this. Well, that's amazing. Another player did that. I'm just trying to think who it was yesterday. Did exactly the same thing from that shot.
Played a couple like that this afternoon in his thrilling victory over Mark Allen.
Yeah, I think it was Mark Davis against Ronnie, actually. Found one of those. Just looking for the safety, of course, but that is a bonus.
Ping ball.
Nicely done. Don't think you can hold for the black.
7.
Go down for the blue, but what a chance this is. Now he's, well, the red was definitely a fluke. Take full advantage if you can. Well, a perfect angle to go into them here. Just catch the red and pink at the same time. Should open them up nicely. Perfect.
$13.
We talk about fractions at this game, Phil, don't we? The red that Ronnie attempted to the yellow pocket, 3/4, it was there, just caught the jaw, and now look at this. It's Sean that's back in.
14.
Murphy's fluke should prove to be very profitable. And a fast start is precisely what he requires. We've talked about his poor record against Rocket Ronnie.
21.
Needs a fast start.
22.
Yeah, I think there comes a point where you finish up just setting your stall out, don't you? I mean, I remember that I couldn't beat Steve Davis for about nearly 2 years, 18 months, 20 months, and played him in the final of the Scottish Masters and managed to win that one. But there just come a point you think, right, I've had enough of this.
30. $37. 38. 45.
23 the lead, back for the blue. Just needs the blue and red after this.
46.
Oh, there's the equation then.
51.
So just the red needed. Well, once you got the split on the reds from the blue, you thought that was it, and it was. He's put these together nicely. It was Ronnie who had the better chance early on in this frame. Just missed that red to the corner. But Sean's come good at the end here.
57. 59. 62. 66.
'Well, look at this for a positional shot.
71.
Brilliant.
$77 on the frame.
Well, that frame-winning break was launched by a fluke, but thereafter it was all skill from Shaun Murphy. Exactly what he would have been looking for. A strong beginning to his bid for a rare victory over Ronnie O'Sullivan. Murphy off to a flyer. He leads 1-0. Murphy is off the mark. Winner of this semi-final will face whoever comes through tonight's match between Ryan Day, conqueror of Ding Junhui in the opening round, and Liang Wenbo, who's had an excellent tournament, edging out Stuart Bingham earlier this afternoon. Day took the opening frame. Liang leads by 50 on a break of 50 in the second.
Well, again, the wonderful Tempodrome Arena here in Berlin. Neil Robertson, Steve Maguire, just bottom left of our picture. They're yet to complete their opening frame. Yeah, it's a good point you made, though, in that last frame there, Phil. Although the red was a fluke, the rest of it was pure class. Judd Trump, Mark Selby, 11 o'clock. Yang Wenbo playing Ryan Day on the bottom, at the top right, I should say. And a packed house here. All these players got a wonderful reception when they came into the arena. Not many seats available as well for the weekend. I do believe the final is totally sold out. We go down to one table tomorrow. So Ronnie in here then, in the second. Wow, lovely cannon.
Seven.
Would like to have an angle on this red just to move that red away from the black, but I don't think he's got that. Not sure whether he can manufacture one either. He might have to go back for the blue here.
Eight.
He's had to slow down a little. Doesn't want to stick on the pink. Wow.
13.
I think he snookered himself on the, well, both intended reds actually. There's one either side, but it's amazing that if he hasn't landed on that one. Well, anywhere but there, Phil. You could play that all day and not put the white there again.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 13.
Little things like that might make Murphy think that this could be his night. He hasn't had many against the Rocket.
Well, look at this. He's played it well. He's avoided the book colours, but just a touch of side, and it just keeps going and going and going, and just there, he's covered everything. Amazing.
Back in the 1980s, that cue ball would have stopped a good 3 or 4 inches before it did on these lightning-fast modern tables.
Such a clean surface, aren't they? They really are. But I suppose that's like all sports. They've all moved on, haven't they, with the equipment and everything like that. Golf especially, tennis. Well, at least that gave Sean the chance to open up the black. Might have left this red on there, the black though. But don't think Ronnie fancies it. He needs to hit straight back here. He knows that Sean's playing very well. But that red I've just mentioned is now on for Sean. And I think he is taking it on. Well, a little bit wide, and that final nudge there by the red is just put that red onto this right corner pocket.
Wild applause from the neighbouring table. The other marquee match this evening, I guess you'd say, is level pegging. Judd Trump with a big break to even up matters with Mark Selby. 1 apiece. They've played 18 times, that pair. 9 victories each. So someone's going to have bragging rights come the end of the evening.
6.
And Neil Robertson, there he is, up against Stephen Maguire, another mouth-watering encounter. Well, it's Robertson who's pinched it on the black with a fine clearance. So the opening frame has gone the way of the Aussie. It's all happening here on quarter-final night in the German capital.
$12. $13.
Well, once again, a good angle from the blue to split the bunch. And once again, hit the pink full ball. Good contact, but he's been unlucky. I'm sure he was expecting him to split a little bit wider than that.
18.
He's not having the best at the moment, actually. There's that one, the positional shot when he tried to get onto those reds, finished up on the pink, so he's not quite going for money at the moment.
Factor in the fluke that launched Murphy's frame-winning break in the opener, and there's no doubt that the underdog is enjoying the rub of the green at the moment.
Take it while it's there.
Indeed. Snooker has a habit of coming back to bite you somewhere sensitive if you don't take full advantage of the luck that comes your way.
Yeah, that's that subscription to the snooker gods, isn't it?
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 18.
Useful lead, however, for O'Sullivan in this second frame.
What can I say? Brilliant. Well, he's on the green, but what a putt that is. Perfect cueing.
That's why many people regard Shaun Murphy's cue action as the one to copy. Such a clean striker of the ball at his best.
And he's back to that form when he won the world title in 2005. You know, he's picked up his game this year, he's worked hard, but he's back to being aggressive once more, and that's what he was when he won the world title. Saw that at the Masters a couple of weeks ago. Oh, that's not good. Got far too much into the white there. Sort of screwed the white rather than stunned it.
4.
He knows that's a poor shot because there were reds available.
Shaun Murphy, 4.
And when these lads, well, they play at such a level, Phil, as well, we know that they play shots like that, we're surprised. Ronnie needing to find a good return here. Well, OK, he's got the white down in bulk, but there's a possible plant on here to the left corner. There's a couple of inches between these reds, but they're pretty much lined up. There you go. It's just a question of the contact on the first red. Should get this. Concentrate on the pot. Well done. He's found the gap. To do with a kiss here, though. A nice kiss on the brown would help. Ooh, he's had one.
Well, it looked like a pretty lively bounce off that right side cushion. which I think is why Murphy had his arms crossed in puzzlement. But he's on the brown, and he's now on the reds again.
And this could be 2-0. Where they are. Especially the way he finished off the opening frame.
6. Twelve.
Some stage would like to move that red that's nearest the left corner out of the way. Just blocking things a little bit on the left-hand side. Well, I think he's played on the blue there, but he's overhit that by a long way. Still got the green. Trying to get down for this bottom red. It looks pretty good. Could do with a little bit of a bounce. Well, you can float this in and
16.
get in behind the black here. Black onto its own spot will help. I don't know whether he's thinking about nudging this red off the cushion. No, at this stage, just the positional shot.
17.
He could have played that a little bit better. I don't know. I think he's okay. I thought he might have just hampered himself slightly with the blue, but seems okay. Ooh, that was side door. But he's still got the problem of that red on the side cushion, and just doing
24.
a recount, he's going to need that.
25.
It's a very encouraging start for Murphy, though.
Yep. The thing is as well, Phil, we know that when you've got players of this
32.
class, they bring the best out of each other.
33.
Still the problem, though, of that red on the left-hand cushion. Could play in behind it.
39.
He's doing the calculations, but he will need it.
$40. 47.
Unlucky.
48.
Not a bad angle on the blue, though, to come off the top cushion to nudge it.
O'Sullivan hasn't really done anything wrong so far this evening, but the possibility that he'll fall 2 frames behind if Murphy can play a good shot here.
Oh, he's clipped it off the cushion. He's left himself the pot. Excellent. He still needs another good pot here, though. And if he can just knock this in, if we watch the replay, just coarse enough of it. If you can pop this red in sweet as a nut and get over for the black. Oh, well, even the pink.
54.
Back with the blue, actually. He's done without leaving the white near that cushion. He's going to have to drop this blue in now, but as you watch the replay, you saw the red. It took off, it jumped. It threw the wider angle on the cue ball, but dead weight here. Well played. Couldn't quite hold on the yellow as intended, but I think he'll just...
59.
He's already 32 ahead. Of course, that blue was frame ball. Ooh.
Sean Murphy, 59.
Well, it shouldn't be too costly. O'Sullivan requires 2 snookers, but it was a little careless from Murphy.
Well, there's one of them.
He does have a habit of making things hard for himself, as he has freely admitted on a number of occasions.
Well, if the yellow goes in and the green, it's all over, isn't it? As we say. Ronnie would just wouldn't have come out of his chair. Now, will he drop him behind the blue here? It's risky. Chose to go the other way. Well, what about this? Well, we talk about Ronnie's all-round game, Phil. I mean, he's great bowling, the Macton's well him, but he's at the top of the game as regards the tactical side as well. Brilliant.
That's what makes him such a formidable all-round opponent.
And if Sean had knocked the yellow in, we wouldn't be going through this now, nor him. Could go around this. Looks wide.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
A long way wide. No question of a miss, of course, because O'Sullivan's at the snooker's required stage, but he only needs 1 of them now. And what a big frame this has suddenly become. Murphy looked to certainty to double his lead. Not quite so certain right now.
Well, he was trying to get in behind the pink. Not quite on this occasion. There's a possible cross double here for Sean, but he's coming cushion first. If he gets this right, he could hold the white behind the green. No, not quite. I suppose behind the brown will do. Well, that's a bonus. Good hit. He'll settle for that. Ronnie still needed 1 snooker, of course. Could have finished anywhere. Well, if Sean loses his second frame, he'll be looking back at that yellow to the centre. Oh, great shot. Great pace. Couldn't have played it better. Ooh, now then. He's caught it a little bit on the thin side. It's on. The only problem Sean's got here is the white's flying around the table unless he just floats this in. Well, I'm sure he'll be going for this.
If he pots it, O'Sullivan needs 2 snookers again.
Played it medium pace. Well, we'll say, Phil, it should be 2-0.
Sean Murphy, 2.
Two snookers needed. It's a great effort. Well, there's always a chance that you can pot those. I don't know whether Ronnie's got the angle to push the green around the table and come in behind the brown. Chose to pot it.
3.
Well, let's not forget, I think. It's 1 snook on the blue to tie. That's what he's thinking. Could go the stage further. 1
7.
snook on the pink to win. But I'm not sure he'll go that far. 23 the difference, 18 on. Ah, well, he has gone that far. Well, he's put all his eggs in one basket here. Could have done with that white about an inch or so to the left.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 12.
Jimmy Whirlwind White won his first ever ranking event title, needing a snooker with just pink and black left on the table in the very final frame against Cliff Thorburn, Mercantile Credit Classic, 1986.
Well, all Sean has to do here is just keep that pink away from the black, but we should have been into the third frame now if it had potted that yellow to the middle. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh. Great touch, but he could have done with that white welded to the black. Yeah, they appreciated that one. But he can swerve around it. It was a big target. He needed that white tight to the black. Well, he's just caught it on the way down. Just push it towards a corner pocket. All he has to do. If it goes in, fair enough. Decided to play it on the thinner side.
Mark Selby, meanwhile, has just edged 2-1 in front of Judd Trump.
Too narrow. Well, we might see this go in. Well, it's just a patience game here for Ronnie at the moment. Just wait for that good chance for that one snooker. But I'll tell you what a steal it would be. Ooh, he's got the double kiss and he's left it on. Well, it should be 2-0. I can't see him missing this one. Hand on the table, 6 feet away. Wow. Would you believe it? What a chance to kill off the frame.
The drama continues, the crowd on edge, as are the players. Murphy so near to doubling his lead, and yet so far.
Didn't fancy missing that one. Well, we'll talk about the great cue action that he's got. It let him down on that occasion.
That's what pressure does, even to the very best. Murphy knows the significance of this frame. Were he to lose it, psychologically a huge blow. If he wins it, he's putting O'Sullivan under a lot of pressure.
Well, Ronnie the other day, of course, lost the first frame against Mark Davis and then won the next 5. Once more, he doesn't want to take this on because the white might go close to the middle. Just play the safety. He might be dropping it to the corner, actually. Ronnie's got a good angle here to get near to this black. This looks good. This looks very good if it keeps going. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, we just thought this was coming, Phil, really. To be honest, we're not criticising players, but Sean's made a little bit of a rod for his own back here. But look at the shot Ronnie's just played there.
Brilliant execution from O'Sullivan. Murphy, who had that very short-range ping to make sure of the 2-0 lead, now has to be very careful.
Well, this is missable. Off one cushion. Looks good. Well played. Great hit. But Ronnie's still got another good angle here to get once more in behind the black. Too wide. Oh, they'll be disappointed with that because that was a good chance. But a great hit from Sean Murphy.
I think Murphy's thoroughly fed up with this pink. That was a Dennis Taylor-esque attempt at a double.
Yeah. I've one or two of those played against me down the years, Phil. With DT. Is it there? It looks good.
Well, he made a three-course meal of it, did Sean Murphy. And I'm sure the overriding emotion will be relief, because finally, he has doubled his advantage over Ronnie O'Sullivan. Pressure on the rocket. Murphy has made the perfect start. He leads by 2 frames to 0. O'Sullivan finds himself in the somewhat novel position of being a couple of frames adrift. How will he respond? Elsewhere this evening, Mark Selby in a big showdown with Judd Trump. Selby about to move 3-1 in front at their mid-session interval. Neil Robertson and Steve Maguire locked together at 1-1. Brian Day and Liang Wenbo have shared the first 2 frames of their quarter-final.
Yeah, it's double quick time over there with Mark and Judd. 50 minutes they took to complete the 4 frames. I think that's the pink.
Foul, miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan,
that will go back.
6.
Unless he decides to play off this red, put the white in bulk. Well, I'm sure he'll play the same shot again, but just a little bit further down this time on the cushion.
A little bit to the left.
Took back.
So, there.
So, a little bit of adjustment then on the side cushion. This is better. Use that to stick. Ooh, now then, has it come away enough for Ronnie to see this red? It was just a little bit too heavy there from Sean. I think he's left it. Well, I just wonder whether... Oh, he's just checking the red, actually, just where he's striking the red. There's a mark on it. But I think Ronnie might be able to kick this red in with some side. It's a bit of a stretch. Might need the mini butt. The full extension.
Century break from Neil Robertson on his way to a 2-1 lead over Stephen Maguire. Whoever wins that will play the winner of the Judd Trump Mark Selby match. Selby 3-1 up at the interval against Trump.
Well, he could get enough of it. And so that's a mistake from Sean there. Just overhit that attempted escape.
1.
Well, Ronnie was hoping to come off those reds and open them up at the same time. He will not be best pleased with that shot.
8.
He's caught the red, the intended red, all wrong.
And that is very rare. Almost invariably, O'Sullivan, when he goes into the bunch of reds, lands on one.
Well, just looking to come back off a red. There was a red available, of course, but just didn't hit the red. Well, didn't get the cannon correctly. And Sean's got to be careful here that he doesn't push anything towards a corner pocket. Got the slight knuckle, but it's okay. Well, that white could be close to the corner. Caught that thin. This looks pretty useful. Well played. Great pace. And a good angle as well. He's stopped Ronnie from coming down the left-hand side, of course. Don't know whether he can clip any of those reds on the right-hand side.
I think it's an area that Murphy has definitely improved in recent times. His tactical game is beginning to look really top draw.
Yeah, I agree with that, Phil. Totally. Well, what great touch that was.
No applause from the crowd, but Murphy knew what a good shot that was.
And if he overhits, and you know, he could have left a red on there. Well, that's unlucky. The reds could have finished anywhere. A chance for Ronnie then, but he needs a good shot here to get back for a colour. Pink and black tied up. He's found the angle. Well done.
1.
Well, he can play the blue, he can play the yellow. He might try and open, well, perhaps the pink, especially. Could be yellow. Just going to wonder where the ball's positioned, Phil. I think that if he can get that red into the right-hand corner, it might just open up the black, actually. He's playing the blue. Once again, he's not having the best at the moment. He's got into the pack 2 or 3 times,
6.
Ronnie, and hasn't landed on one. But I mean, there might be one there. Yes. Oh, that was a bonus.
7.
but he'll take it.
$13.
Well, a good 70 or 80 hit would be order of the day.
$19. $20.
Well, this was the safety shot. You can see what he's trying to do, just use the pack as stoppers, but unfortunately for him, one came away.
$25.
This one just passes the black. Yep, well done.
26.
Well, this is not straightforward. He's having to work these.
Sullivan's so good at manoeuvring the cue ball in these situations. I think he enjoys the challenge.
31.
And he does it with great speed as well, doesn't he? He's a great thinker, fast thinker, actually, weighing things up, and in no time at all, a half chance becomes a full one.
Oohs and ahs from the
58.
Neil Robertson-Stephen Maguire match. Pretty tight opening there. 2-1 Robertson, having made a century in the third frame.
$39.
Overdone slightly. Might look at the blue here. Well, he has. Well, he is doing now. But I think he's decided on the pink. Well, underdone slightly.
45.
But he's cueing that well. He can hold for the blue.
Still 83 remaining for this red.
46.
Quick look at the scoreboard. He's edging towards his first frame of the quarter-final.
Yes, he's taken his well so far, but not over the line yet. Right. Well, he's on the left on red, but I think he's played on the one that was right of the red and
49.
black. Didn't quite come down far enough. But, well, this one still needs potting. Bang in the middle. Well done. Well, again, it needs a good positional shot here. There's two reds that do go to the right corner, as long as he gets far enough down. Wasn't straightforward, Phil, but he's taken them well, and he needed this.
Just one more red to leave Murphy at the snooker's required stage. And this match is living up to its billing.
More of the same, please, gentlemen.
Murphy's safety went awry, and this is the result. His advantage halved.
59. 60.
Well, again, this has been a super break from nothing, really.
$66. 67.
Switches to his left hand. Just as simple. Outrageous
73.
natural talent.
74.
The applause is for a 1-3-2 break from Ryan Day as he moves 3-1. 2-all, I should say, against Liang Wenbo, but it's Ronnie O'Sullivan who's hit back in style here, having lost the first 2 frames to Shaun Murphy. An excellent run of 74. It promised to be a classic, and it's bubbling up nicely. Shaun Murphy started well, just as he needed to, against a man he's beaten just once in their 8 previous major meetings. Took the first 2 frames, breaks of 77 and 59. Back came O'Sullivan in the third, with a run of 74.
Well, obviously, a big frame, this fourth one, for both players, for different reasons, of course. Will it be 3-1 at that interval, or 2 apiece? Well, he's got a chance here at this red on the left-hand side. Not the best break-off shot from Shaun. Yeah, there we go. If you don't get it right, what happens? But it's a quick table. Would it slow down? Now, is he on the brown? Good red.
The initial body language suggested not.
He might take the blue on. Long pot success. 60% for Ronnie, 50% for Shaun. Well, he's looking at the blue.
Bit of pressure on this one.
Yeah, well, sorry, fellas, about to say, it's no gimme, is it? Oh.
Honest, it wasn't.
That's it, isn't it? They do make it look ridiculously easy. But no hesitation. Made up his mind. And then committed to the shot.
Seven.
Just a reminder then that Ryan Day and Liang Wenbo are level at 2-all at the interval. Big century break from Day in frame 4. Mark Selby leads Judd Trump 3-1. Neil Robertson 2-1 up on Stephen Maguire. All 4 quarter-finals to be decided this evening, ahead of tomorrow's 2 semis.
Yes,
11.
We go down to 1 table.
$16.
Well, this is a good chance here for Ronnie to level at 2 apiece, and I'm sure he'd be happy with that at the interval.
17.
He's just oozing confidence at the moment, O'Sullivan. Didn't look phased when he felt 2-0 behind, just got on with the job in the third frame.
Well, the pot success average is percentage is interesting, because at this moment in time, although Ronnie's 2-1 behind, he's at 95%. There you go, and Shaun's at 87.
I think that statistic is slightly distorted against Murphy because of the number of attempts on the pink when O'Sullivan required a snooker in the second frame.
Look at all the other stats, there's not much in it. There's going to be nothing in it if Ronnie wins this frame.
24.
Well, looking to be on the right-hand red of these two.
31.
Well done.
32.
Still one loose one, of course, then into the pack. Now, if he leaves himself low on this red, he might be able to disturb someone.
39.
Well, the angle wasn't there, but
40.
there is one now. Well, this frame could be about this next shot. Not bad. He's got one to the left centre. And he's opened up 2 or 3 more.
47.
Well done.
48. $55. $56.
He's in such a good place at the moment, Ronnie, Phil, isn't he? There isn't much that... It doesn't matter what his opponents do. He just comes back with more.
There's a serenity about the way he's swaggering about the table.
63.
It's a
64.
pretty intimidating sight.
OK. He's 2 behind. Tell you what, doesn't have to make it too early.
69. 70.
I'll tell you that Judd Trump is on a century
77.
against Mark Selby on table 3. We'll let you know how it finishes.
78.
Well, this could be a century here for Ronnie. Not the desired cannon.
85. 86.
I think the whirlwind would approve of that one.
Yeah.
$93. 94.
I'm not sure. Did I hear 125 on the brown of Judd? Is that a maximum over there?
Could well be. We'll keep our eyes peeled on that. Trump on the blue. Could be in. This is the perfect break.
This is why Ronnie's stopping. This is why Ronnie's stopping. I'm sure Judd Trump is on a maximum. He's
Sullivan's just knocked in a century.
But he's stopping. He's got the pink and he's on the black. Judd Trump is on a maximum. There's no doubt he's on a maximum.
Perfection from Trump against Selby. And congratulations from the world champion. The perfect break from Judd Trump. That's a £5,000 bonus for him. Even O'Sullivan is all smiles about that. Trump closes the gap in spectacular fashion. Selby still leads 3-2, but what a match that is. What a match this is.
Yeah.
What a night at the Templedrum.
Well, you know, when a player sucks like that, you know that there's something going on. And I just looked over and he was on 125 with a brown, and I thought, that's the maximum.
And that was such a special moment. And it could only be captured in a venue as unique as this Templedrum.
Yeah.
The open plan situation, allowing everyone, players and fans alike, to enjoy that special moment. And how about this for a break, by the way? Absolute genius from Rocket Ronnie O'Sullivan. That's the way to level up what is turning into an absolute classic. It's living up to its billing and then some. Murphy started like a train, led 2-0. O'Sullivan, unfazed, hits back in style. A 1-3-4, and it's all square at the interval. 5 is the number they need. So it's now a race to 3.
Good break-off shot. I think he has stopped Sean coming off the edge of the pack. Always with these, they don't want to just slide off the edge. You need one on. No problem there. Well, 2 apiece, Phil. It sets things up nicely. What an evening, eh?
It's already exceeded expectations. Trump's wonderful 1-4-7. 1-3-4 total clearance from O'Sullivan. And a 97% pot success rate from the Rocket. That is special.
Yes, there was a couple of frames ago. Sean was above 90, actually. He's just looking to put the white to the top cushion here. To slow down. That's not good. I think he's left this on. It's not the easiest of pots across the table, but it is on. Like that black term Stephen Hendry tried to roll in against Mike Williams in the Masters final.
I think that still causes him to wince.
Well, Stephen said it, because they're great friends, of course, Mark and Stephen, but Stephen said it moved, and Mark said no, it didn't. He twitched. They always used to give each other a bit of ribbing, didn't they?
Sean Murphy
Especially when the Welshman went to world #1. And he texted him and said, that's me at #1 now.
Steve Maguire has just levelled his match with Neil Robertson, by the way. They're off for their interval at 2 apiece. How about that for a pot?
You know, I wasn't quite sure whether he was just taking off that for safety, but what a pot that is. And great control of the cue ball.
I don't think the Rocket was expecting that. That's a real statement of intent from Murphy. I think that's a very positive sign for him. It shows he's more than ready to take the game to his great opponent. That's precisely what he's got to do if he's going to get the better of O'Sullivan tonight. Play to his strengths.
Eight. 49. $17.
Just going back to that Judd Trump maximum, Phil, just found out actually that it took Judd 8 minutes 7 seconds. We thought it might be quick. Oh, hang on.
Foul.
Oh, unlucky Sean.
Shaun Murphy, 17. Ronnie O'Sullivan,
Yes, obviously
5.
didn't eclipse Ronnie's 5 minutes 20 at the Crucible Theatre, but 8:07 is still pretty quick. Was it 5:20 or 6:20? I can't remember. 6:20.
No, it was under 6 minutes, that's for sure.
I thought it was 5:20. Well, Sean was unlucky there, knocking that red in. Well, he's offered up the chance to Ronnie. And what we saw before the interval from the Rocket, I'm sure he'll take it. What a match this is between these two great players.
Six. Seven. $14. 15. $22. 23.
Well, I know we're down to the last 8 here, Phil, in this German Masters, but you know, the way they're all playing, it's difficult to pick a winner this weekend.
The standard is sky high. I suspect the best is yet to come.
Yeah, Sean a little bit unlucky, knocking that red into the corner.
31.
I can tell you that Judd Trump was 3-1 behind at the interval to Mark Selby. He's now levelled at 3 apiece. So, battle joined over there. It's just getting better and better in this year's German Masters.
36. 37.
Ronnie here with a chance to make it 3 on the bounce.
44. 45.
What a match this is. Brilliant.
Quite a response
50.
from O'Sullivan to losing the first 2 frames. Murphy has barely put a foot wrong. He's played some outstanding stuff himself, and yet he looks
51.
certain to fall 3-2 behind.
And the thing is as well, Phil, this is where the level is now, isn't it? Amazing.
The frame is done and dusted. 3 on the bounce from the rocket.
Well, Sean, unlucky to see that red go into the corner, and it has cost him the frame. It does happen from time to time. He was in first, especially with that opening red that he knocked, hitting onto the black. That was brilliant. But we said before the interval that Ronnie didn't have a lot of running, actually. He went into the pack 2 or 3 times, didn't land on the red, so it's always better, of course, to have the running at the end of the match rather than at the beginning. But
73.
Is this going to be back-to-back centuries? He's going to knock this in, though. Oh, go on, keep going, keep going, keep going. Unlucky.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Didn't quite have the legs, so no second century from Ronnie O'Sullivan, but another sublime break to move 3-2 in front of Sean Murphy from 2-0 behind. It really is snooker for the gods at the Templedrum. Sean Murphy has made breaks of 59 and 77. Ronnie O'Sullivan has hit back with 74, 134 and 73.
Oh, now it's Sean's turn to respond. Great match.
Great evening all round. The winner of this, remember, plays either Liang Wenbo of China or Ryan Day of Wales in tomorrow's semi-finals. Ryan Day looking set to level at 3-all in that one. It's 3-all between Judd Trump, the maximum man this evening, and the world champion Mark Selby. And Neil Robertson and Stephen Maguire will shortly resume at 2-all after their interval.
Well, I think he's managed to cover the red. That's gone down the table. Well, I think Ronnie, that was an attempt at a pot there, but with safety in mind, of course. And it's finished okay. Well, Sean will have to be careful here of the double kiss if he's not trying to take the pot on. Well done. Of great quality this match, Phil. There's no doubt about that. Taking this on. Well, he played it with pace to take the white away from the red. So I don't know whether he's covered this one over the left-hand side. This was a tough pot to take on. But that's why Sean's back to his winning ways, because he is aggressive. Just look at the touch there, look at the pace. Brilliant. He's got Sean a little bit on the back foot here. He needs a good return. A little bit on the thick side. Not bad. You think the white's going to slow up, Phil, don't they? But they just keep going, don't they? It's amazing how that's got behind the vault line.
Yes, it is a snooker table, not an ice rink.
Sometimes you wonder. That's a nice touch. Oh, have things turned around, I wonder.
Murphy won the first frame of this quarter-final, helped by an initial fluke. O'Sullivan has got lucky there with the unintended snooker.
We'll be looking to drop on this red on the right-hand side. 2 cushions. Got to get inside it, though, of course, on the right-hand side of the red. Looks too far down. Oh, it was the right angle, actually. My apologies, it just underhit it. So I think that might go back.
Oh, sorry.
Applause for the return to the arena of Messrs Robertson and Maguire. 2-all.
No, you're right.
Well, I think there was a little slight communication problem there between Ronnie and our referee, but I think she thought Ronnie said, yes, please, put it back, but anyway. I think he's going to clip off this red. He might take the white down. But if he does, he's got to cover that red on the left-hand side, of course. There you go. In fact, I think he's walking away to look at the situation where he wants the cue ball.
In the event, he has decided to put Murphy back to where he was. Take 2.
Well, better pace, but I don't think he's got the angle this time.
Foul, miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan 4.
Extension.
Hasn't quite gone far enough for that one, so he's looking to cut this one into the right-hand corner. Extension and extending rest required.
This is a tough pot that O'Sullivan's taking on because you lack the feel with all of that long tackle on the end of the rest and the cue, and it's a pretty thin cut in any case.
Yeah, and he's got to be careful that it could, that the white could finish anywhere here. There's the brown down in bulk that's a possible. A little bit more of the extension extended. He's got the red. Now, where's the white going to finish? He's on the brown. Well played.
1.
He's got some angle on this brown, but he's going to have to play a good shot to get close to these reds. He might just play what we call a power stun shot off the back cushion. Well, he could go full-blooded and screw back off a couple of cushions here with side. Well, that's amazing to find that gap. Unbelievable.
5.
Any sort of contact there on a red, it was perfect. Still got this one there, the black spot. But again, it's one of those shots, Phil, you can stand there all day and not do that again. Well played. Nice recovery. No, he didn't hit anything here. Is it out of bulk? He's got there. Lovely touch.
does look razor sharp, O'Sullivan. Took part in the Championship League at Crondon Park, which has given his game that extra edge by his own admission. He was a bit match shy going into the Masters. Caught a cold against Robertson in the semi-finals, well beaten on that occasion.
11.
And said afterwards he would need to play a little bit more than he has been to keep his edge in these big tournaments. And there's certainly plenty of sign in this one that he is sharp as a tack.
Well, if this red goes,
16.
that's handy. And hold for the pink. Might go back to plan A.
Seventeen.
Well, it's pretty noticeable when you're looking at Ronnie on the shot that he's well focused here. He's on it this evening. He knows how dangerous Sean is. Anybody in the field is dangerous of this last 8 here.
23. Twenty-four.
Well, he'll get rid of this red near the pocket. That will open up the black.
29.
And once again, Fizz, it's one of those where, OK, still a bit to do here, but within a few minutes, it could be up to 70 or 80. Frame over.
Crowd getting their money's worth this evening, that's for sure.
Well, he took a calculated risk there. Now, does this red
35.
go to the left corner? I thought he might have gone in with a little bit more pace. Well, it was tight, but he managed it. Great shot. He needs another one. He might just lay the snooker.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 36.
Well, if he's left this red on the top cushion for Sean to play a safety off, that's careless, because that cue ball should have been welded to the brown. Well, he had to play with that with a touch
Foul.
of
Miss.
right-hand side.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
He's having them put back.
Synchronised ducking.
Yeah, Sean said he could see a very fine edge, but Sean actually played it with a touch of right-hand side to get a slightly...
Couldn't see it centre ball.
No, you can see it in the ball.
But, yeah.
I think you can see it.
For me, I think that's possibly just a fraction more to the left as we look. But I think Sean was saying, there's our referee, Hilda Mearns, but I think Sean's saying I could see a little bit of it, but not enough to be sort of quarter ball, half ball. That's why he attempted the shot with a touch of right-hand side. It's not too far away. And the players in these situations, Phil, as we know, are never looking to gain an advantage, are they? They're very good.
It's a hallmark of snooker that sportsmanship is impeccable. My feeling is that Murphy could just clip the very edge.
Mine too.
Sullivan apparently didn't agree with that, but either way, the margin of error is minute.
Yeah, and again, just a touch of side on the cue ball. It's a thin contact, of course. Yes, he's got it. In fact, it was too thin, because the white's come back down the table.
Great chance for O'Sullivan to move 2 up with 3 to play, already with a lead of 48.
I think he might just have enough angle to get over for the black as well. Well, has he? Might go back for the blue. Yeah.
1.
Things are getting edgy all around this packed Temple Drum Arena. A lot of matches heading towards their business end. Ryan Day now 4-3 up on Leanne Wembo. Trump and Selby locked at 3-all. Frame 7 still in the balance. Selby in front by 31 points. And I can tell you that that applause is for Mark Selby, who has just gone 1 up with 2 to play. What a match that's been. A 1-4-7, some outstanding snooker from both players. Great rivals.
It's everywhere you look.
Neil Robertson and Steve Maguire are bringing up the rear at the moment. 2-all.
14.
O'Sullivan on the cusp of a 4-2 lead.
Well, there's no doubt he did well to get back to 2-all, Phil, but I think it's noticeable with Ronnie that since he's come out after the interval, he's been
20.
So focused, looking to do the job.
21.
That red makes absolutely certain with only 59 remaining. Murphy, who's done precious little wrong, has lost 4 straight frames. That's the size of the task facing anyone
26.
when they come up against an in-form Ronnie O'Sullivan.
27.
Well, you won't be happy with that. He's done the damage, though. Don't be surprised if the pink goes in somewhere. Ah.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
It's clinical stuff once again from Ronnie O'Sullivan here at the German Masters. Sean Murphy remains in his chair, wondering what he's got to do to get the better of this man. He took the first 2 frames, that was a good start, but he's lost the next 4 and now needs to win the remaining 3 if he is to deny the Rocket a place in the German Masters semi-finals. Vintage snooker wherever you look, and a lot of it coming from our main feature. Ronnie O'Sullivan in sublime form. Sean Murphy hit him with 2 big punches at the start of this quarter-final. Led 2-0. What a response from the Rocket. 4 straight frames, 2 breaks of 70+, another of 134, and he's just a frame away from the semis.
Well, this looks pretty good. He's got the cover with the yellow. Can this man hit back? No, that's a great return. Always need to miss the ball colours on the way back, of course. But having said that, he's still left this red on the left-hand side, and I think the black is available. So if Ronnie's got a slide angle here, he could come off 2 cushions. He might take this on. Well, downward striking would suggest it's dead straight, which it is. Nope. Oh, he was lucky there. Well, he's not, I was about to say, he's not bothered about the black going in because the white was finishing at this end. Although, having said that, there are a couple of chances here for Sean Murphy. Never easy. A couple of inches off the back cushion, dead straight, 10, 11 feet. Well, obviously what Sean needs here is just a couple of strong frames. We want to go to a decider, Phil, don't we? Would be nice.
Yes, everyone bar Rocket Ronnie would agree with that, I think. It's so good. The more the merrier.
Four.
Well, he's just run a touch far on this red, but I don't know whether he can hold for the black. I think so dead weight. He might just use one of the other reds to play a little cannon on the way through. I think if he drops this in, he's got a shot on the black. Well, he went with power. That's a great shot to hold and open up 1 or 2 more. He made that look easy, but that was a great shot. As all these great players do.
$13.
Well, he's on one. But the problem he's got is that the black won't go into the left corner. He's got the wrong angle on this red. So he's going to have to look for something down the table.
$20.
Well, he still needs a good pot here to continue. He's looking at the blue. Missed it.
Sean Murphy, 20.
Committed himself, of course, to the positional side. Don't think the black goes to the left corner. Just a look at the blue again. Caught the near jaw. I'm not sure whether Ronnie can float this in and just stay on the black here. Might have to go back down the table. He's tried to hold. He's played it with check side as well. Well, it was a chance, yes, but floating it in with side, never easy.
Chance for Murphy to stop the rot.
1. Nine.
Could play a little red, sorry, a little cannon into the red near the pink here. Push that one into the open. He's guaranteed to be on the red, of course, on the left-hand side. Well, he's gone to split them all. Well played. Again, once more, very aggressive.
16.
Leads by 43. Let's open up the reds. If you can just pop this in for the black, this could be 4-3.
17.
Danger for Sean, of course, at this stage, with that man only needing one more frame, is not to get careless.
Has already pulled off a great escape today, was 4-3 behind, having led 3-0 against Mark Allen, needed a snooker, produced a wonderful clearance of the colours, including surely the shot of the tournament,
25.
pink to black, to force the decider, which he dominated. Can he turn this around?
$31. 32.
'We're into a decider in the match between Ryan Day and Liang Wenbo. The Chinese having just made a big break to take us into frame number 9. 4 apiece. Winner of that one to play the winner of this.
39.
Yes, and Liang has been a little bit under our radar this week, hasn't he? But a chance to put himself into the semi-finals tomorrow. Let's not forget, as Ryan Day put out our defending champion, of course, Ding Junhui.
Murphy has O'Sullivan at the snooker's required stage then. It looks as though the 4-frame burst has been halted by Murphy.
47.
And in the process, he's kept the match alive. Neil Robertson has just moved 3-2 up on Stephen Maguire. All 4 quarterfinals, very tight affairs.
54. 60.
Well, once more, a well-made break here. And he's not finished.
61.
Yeah, they did take 2 strong frames from Sean Murphy. Here's the first one.
It's the 6th break of over 50 in the match. We've had a 1-3-4 total clearance. 3 of 70 or more.
Sean Murphy, 67 in the frame.
High caliber snooker from both players, befitting the occasion, and Sean Murphy has ended that 4-frame burst from Ronnie O'Sullivan, who still leads 4-3. Murphy needs 2, O'Sullivan still needs 1. Frame number 8 is after the break. Welcome back to the Templedrum, where a break of 67 has given Sean Murphy frame number 7 to keep his hopes alive of only a second win over Ronnie O'Sullivan in 9 major meetings. But it's the Rocket who needs just one to book his place in the semis. We're going to be into a final frame very shortly in the match between Judd Trump and Mark Selby. Trump having made a maximum. That's gone the distance, as has the quarter-final between Ryan Day and Liang Wenbo, with Neil Robertson 3-2 up on Stephen Maguire.
I'll tell you, wouldn't it be amazing, you know, if all 4 matches went to a decider? And it's not, you know, it's impossible.
No one's going home early, that's for sure.
Nope.
Great atmosphere
Well,
here.
if they do, I think they'll need therapy. Great touch. Sean's looking at this red on the right-hand side. The black will go. Oh. Brilliant. Well, I expected him to play on the black into the left corner to watch the replay, but of course now didn't quite have that angle. I think he was trying to hold for the pink, but I think he's landed on the black. Not easy. Well, pink, possibly white around the table. He's looking at the black. Well, in the context of the match, this is a big shot. He's got it. Well done.
That was much, much tougher than it looked.
8.
Every chance that he could have left O'Sullivan with something to go at. And he missed.
9.
Well, this time he is on the pink. I'm not sure whether the pink spot is covered. It'll go behind the pack, but it won't block the open red above the black there. Well, he's found one on the left-hand side, but what a match, Phil, eh? Punch and counter punch.
Every bit as good as we'd hoped. And there may be plenty more to come.
Yes, it won't go in there, so it'll go behind the pack.
Yeah. 15.
Yeah, not surprising Sean's just taking his time here. Just some thinking time, actually. It's big moments for him in this match, for both, of course, but looking to force that decider.
Sixteen.
Could have landed a little bit straight on this black, which, well, he needed some angle on it either way. That could have been better. I think he might hold for the red to the right middle.
23.
Well, that was all about the previous red, actually, when he got onto the black, left himself 2 straight. Well, there he's just trying to force a little bit of angle. They don't go in at that pace. No real damage done, of course. How about that one?
He's made that look ridiculously easy. Great cueing. Close to the cushion. Easy as you like.
Now, can he manufacture a break here to clinch victory? There's no way that he wants to go into a decider. Things can happen.
Five.
Just landed slightly the wrong angle. If the white was a little bit higher up the table, he might have been taking the pink. Could still do that, but he's taking the black. Well, he's played on the red to the right middle, and I think he got a slight kick there, and he's just slowed the pace down of the cue ball. I don't think he's on it. He's looking at the one to the yellow pocket.
This needs to go.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 12.
Well, I'll give Ronnie the benefit there, because from the black to red, I think he got a kick. And he didn't get on the red to the centre.
Played in such a way that he wouldn't leave Murphy with anything to go at.
Well, I said that Liang Wenbo is on the cusp of winning his match against Ryan Day and putting himself into the semi-finals. He is doing that, and looks like he's putting out Ryan Day, of course, put out the defending champion, Ding Junhui. He's got a 65-point lead, and he's in the reds. That would be a good victory for him.
He'd rather fallen off the radar, Liang, in the last few seasons. It's been a real struggle for him. Former quarter-finalist at the World Championship, where he lost to Ronnie O'Sullivan. Good to see him back in form.
Yeah. But that was a careless one from Ronnie. He's left this red on. Well done. Not bad.
1.
Liang Wenbo close to victory here. He could be centre stage tomorrow in one of those semi-finals.
He'll play the winner of this match if he does complete victory.
5.
Of course, on main table. And Sean Murphy here take us into a decider. What a great night, Phil. It's been brilliant, hasn't it? It's not over yet.
9. 10.
Just checking to see if this red goes to the left corner, because there's a ball net from the green into that red.
Well, it is all over for Ryan Day. Top right as you look.
There he is, signing an autograph. He's beaten Ryan Day by 5 frames to 4.
One spot filled, 3 to go.
13.
Yes, and Sean didn't need the contact on the blue there. Good win for Leanne. Well done to him. Well, he's just put the ground on the way through, and he's left on with this leg to the corner. And they're just taking the applause from the audience as he leaves the arena. Let's not forget Judd Trump, Mark Selby in a decider.
And that gasp of surprise from the crowd was Trump missing one when he was in. This 8th frame, still in the balance. Good pot from O'Sullivan.
Yes, and just that little glance on the brown when Sean played the safety allowed Ronnie to take that one on. Yellow to the middle. Ah.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1. One.
It's by a distance the scrappiest frame of what has been a wonderful quarter-final. Murphy won't care about that if he can win it to force the decider.
Yeah, he's not ideal on this black either. I think he's going into the pink here. Got to be careful. Very clever. Used the pink to hold for the reds.
8.
Leads by 24. 3 reds in the open.
Nine.
He might have to play another frame.
$16.
See in the background
17.
there, Mark Selby in and amongst the balls. I can tell you that Judd Trump attempted a thin cut pink to the middle, missed it.
This is slightly trickier than Murphy would have liked it to be. Close to clinching frame 8, but not quite over the line yet.
Just needed that white away from that cushion a little bit more. This is what we call a blind shot. It's frame ball, but your vision's going away from the corner pocket. We've seen plenty of these missed in the past, but not this time. Well done.
25.
Well, Murphy deserves great credit here. We've talked about his mediocre record against Ronnie O'Sullivan. He played very well to lead 2-0. Did very little wrong to trail 4-2. But he's shown great mettle to be on the cusp of forcing a decider. And Sullivan needs snookers, so it's not quite done yet.
Yep, he could have done with that pink. We saw what happened in an earlier frame. Pink and black left. I think it was the second, if I recall correctly. Well, he needs the cover. It's gone towards the corner pocket, and he hasn't got it. So this frame is over now. I'm sure Sean will knock this in. It's about to go forward piece, and we're going into a decider.
Six. Sean Murphy, 6 and the frame.
A great match like this deserves a final frame decider, and that's precisely what it's got. Sean Murphy led 2-0, trailed 4-2 to Ronnie O'Sullivan, but he's hit back with 2 more frames on the bounce. It's all down to 1 frame. Shake of the hand, great mutual respect here. And a big prize at stake, a semi-final meeting with Liang Wenbo, conqueror of Ryan Day, also in a deciding frame. Mark Selby and Judd Trump doing battle in their own final frame decider. Trump was first in, missed a tricky one. Selby on a break of 52. But now Trump back at the table, that one still in the balance as they come down to the colours. What an evening for this capacity crowd. This really is, even by modern day standards, snooker at the very highest class.
A chance here. If you can knock this in, the black's available. He's gone with pace. What a pot. Oh, what a pot. And the knuckle would help.
1.
Well, fortune favours the brave, and that was just magnificent cueing from Murphy.
Yes, the cue action didn't let him down this time.
One chance, that's what they say.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for in a final frame. Give me a chance,
6.
then it's down to me. This is Murphy's. Can he make it pay? He looks very calm
7.
and collected. I'm sure the heart's beating at quite a pace.
$14. 15.
Right, just use the edge of the pack here, come back for the single red. Or the one above the black. Don't know if he can hold. Oh, that's okay. Might play the right on one.
22.
Mark Selby on the cusp of making it to the semi-finals at the expense of maximum man Judd Trump. What a match that has been.
Yeah.
23. 30.
We'll hear some applause in the minute. It's all over for Judd Trump.
31.
So they all can't go through, but that's, you know, it can't happen, can it?
Terrific match there. Shake of the hand, Selby through 5-4. Trump with the consolation of that £5,000 bonus for the 147, plus €4,000 for the highest break prize. But it's Selby who marches on to the semis, where he'll play either Robertson or Maguire, who are level at 3-all as Murphy misses the bunch of reds. And that's end of break.
33.
Handy lead, but far from decisive.
Sean Murphy, 33.
He's going for it. How close was that?
I thought that was in.
Couldn't have been closer.
Something on the cue ball where he's striking it. Pot success 93. Ronnie was at 97 at some stage during this match. I think he might be looking at this red to the middle. This is no gimme. Just look at that. 83 on the safety success. I mean, all round this evening, this has been class. So was that pot.
They brought the best out of each other.
Yeah. Man, that's not easy. Made it look easy. He's got the red at the back of the pack and he can open them up here. He might just drive the cue ball through them.
8.
Get onto the black. Could come back, of course.
9.
Well, he's left himself a little bit high on the black. Could take the blue. Well, he's decided on the blue. Again, this is no gimme. Oh, what can you say?
Great bottle. But he's angry at where the cue ball has landed. Chinese snookered.
14.
It deserved better.
Well, he won't be playing this. He should just slide off that red for safety. Well, to put it this way, I'd be surprised if he plays it.
He would have fancied making a match-winning break there, O'Sullivan, had he got on a red. As it is, he'll have to wait for another opportunity. Both players have had one.
14.
And the net result is a 19-point lead for Murphy. A rueful smile. All sorts of shenanigans on our last remaining match in progress. Neil Robertson and Steve Maguire still locked at 3-all. Murphy's made a bit of a mess of that.
Well, the black won't go, but he can hold for the pink.
One.
So look at this again. I think he was expecting that red to go into the black, but caught it on the way back. That could prove to be very costly indeed.
Seven.
Just have a quick look at the pink there. Could play down for the black, of course.
8.
Good chance, Phil.
Oh, 15. $16.
This black will take O'Sullivan into the lead.
Well, if he plays the cannon to the pink, it's risky, because if he misses it, he's nowhere. But if he gets it, he's perfect. In fact, the red goes past the pink, so he's gone the other way. No problem. Little angle on the pink
23.
here, he can nudge into them. No, he hasn't got that angle.
24.
The difference between these players this evening, paper thin, is that one loose safety from Murphy going to be the difference.
Played that well. He leads by 12.
31.
Great match.
$32.
Sometimes we build these matches up and sometimes it doesn't happen, but these two came to the party this evening.
38.
It's been a gripping encounter, full of great break building, some terrific tactical stuff as well. Momentum shifts, Murphy 2 frames to the good.
39.
O'Sullivan then reeling off 4. Murphy hitting back with a brace of his own to force this decider.
And there's still a little bit to do here. He's not quite over the line yet. He's wondering whether he'll get another chance.
.26 the difference. Needs both reds.
Well done. That was awkward, but played it well. Still needs the red, of course, as Phil has said. Now, what will he do here? Will he try and move it or get in behind it? It's difficult to calculate the angle when they're that close. He could just come off the top cushion here with a touch of side. Might play in behind it. Gone for the cannon.
There is another twist in this tale.
51.
What price a black ball finish?
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Stop it.
51.
Surprised that Ronnie might have got come off the top cushion there, Phil. You know, like just a little cannon, but he went direct.
32 the difference, 35 on. Murphy's still alive.
I think Ronnie can see some of this red.
O'Sullivan has that 30-plus lead with the colours practically on their spots. It's feeling like a red ball game.
Well, if Sean gets the red, he needs pink or black. Nothing else will do. In fact, I apologise, he needs the blue, of course. That would be 33, he's 32 behind. Well, he went for that. It depends where they're going to finish. Has he left it? He has.
Well, he won the Masters playing positive shots like that, so who's to say he was wrong on that occasion? But it was high risk, and it was very tough.
Well, this is awkward, though, but it still needs potting. It's frame and match ball.
Yes.
A lot of tension out there.
Their 9th major meeting. O'Sullivan has won 7 of the previous 8. He's on the stretch. This to effectively seal victory. And he's missed it. He's missed it. And he's furious about it. Just a little bit of pressure. Even the very best are vulnerable.
It was awkward, wasn't it, Phil, as we said, stretching, had to switch hands, but, I mean, this still needs a good clearance from Sean. He's under the cosh here. He's got the red. He's on the black.
One.
What a great shot that was.
Terrific composure. What a match this has been.
Oh.
Pink ball.
What did I say just now about a black ball finish?
Well, looks like it's going to happen.
Well, this may look easy, and in the club it would be. Murphy could clear these with his eyes closed. But this is not the club. This is a major quarter-final in front of a packed house against Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well, you wouldn't mind owning a club like this, Phil, with this setup, would you?
You can almost touch the tension.
12.
Not a difficult ball on the table. You could see the anguish from Ronnie when he missed that red. He knew that was his chance. And
60.
I don't think he'll get another one. Although, Sean's gone a little bit straight on the blue. Here, does he have an angle? Well, there you go.
21.
Wanted to be closer to this pink. He needs a little cannon here on the black just to turn it over. Under this pressure, it's missable. Well done.
26.
Well done, but he still needs to pop this black for victory. Well, they must be Sean Murphy fans. They can't believe what they've seen tonight, and neither have we.
Final frame, final black. And it's Sean Murphy who has the last word. He's tasted very little success over Ronnie O'Sullivan down the years, but tonight is Murphy's night, and isn't he proud about it? What a performance from 4-2 down against Ronnie O'Sullivan at his very best, and that's what it means. A look of defiance from the magician, and he's produced some magic there to close out what was a wonderful match, worthy of any arena. The Templedrum crowd have been royally entertained, and it's Sean Murphy who gets the better of the rocket. He's through to the semi-finals.